15 years old. It was a great time, wasn't it? When you were young and smart and everybody loved you more than anyone else. It was great, wasn't it? Or were you like me? I was awkward and lonely and full of strange new hormones. My face was breaking out all over. My only friends, it seemed, were my older sister and my 2 younger brothers. And we were constantly picking on each other. I was miserable. And just when it seemed like my situation was completely hopeless, I was rescued. My lifesaver was Melvin Carney. Melvin's family moved in my neighborhood at the beginning of my sophomore year of high school. We were the same age, the same height, the same weight. We even looked alike. People even thought we were brothers. But Melvin was everything that I was not. Melvin was charismatic. He knew how to draw people to him. Melvin was sophisticated. No, Melvin was better than that. Melvin was cool. Melvin was bad. Melvin was my hero. And he and I became best friends. We were Frick and Frack. One day, on a Sunday afternoon, when Mr. Frack and Mr. Frick were doing nothing in particular, the suave Mr. Frick turned to his sidekick, Mr. Frack, and said, "You really don't know how to dance, do you?" I was indignant. My mother had taught me how to dance. I demonstrated to him. And he smiled sympathetically and said, "Yes, you can dance, like an old woman." And with that, Mr. Frick began to teach Mr. Frack how to really dance. Lesson number 1, loosen up. In 1967, there was a popular song called Shotgun by Junior Walker and the All-Stars. There was a dance called the Shotgun. And this is the way I did the Shotgun. Melvin said, "No way. Loosen up. Get the arms involved. Get the legs involved. Get the hips involved. And you have to admit that this looks a whole lot better." Lesson number 2 that he taught me. Enjoy yourself and enjoy the people you're with. He said, when you're dancing, make sure your partner is having a good time. And if anybody is looking, make sure they're having a good time. My partner's having a good time, isn't she? And you're having a good time watching me, aren't you? Lesson number 3. Let the good times roll on and on and on. If you lack confidence, mimic confidence, then display confidence. When you develop expertise in any area, people will be naturally drawn to you. This will lead to more and more confidence and greater self-esteem. 3 valuable lessons. How clever. And indeed, Melvin was clever. Melvin actually gave me an Ivy League education during those high school years. And I graduated magna cum laude, so I like to think. Shortly after high school, Melvin moved away. Later on, I moved away, 1,000 miles to Fort Lauderdale. I haven't seen my old best friend in 43 years. I never had a chance to say thank you. Thank you for guiding me through a difficult period in my life. Thank you for showing me how to relax and enjoy my life. Thank you for helping me even to get a life. And that's what we do sometimes. We forget the important people who helped us in our childhoods through those difficult periods. I wish Melvin was here now with me. I wish Melvin and I could sit in the audience where you're sitting right now and watch this speech and laugh at some of these memories that we went through. I don't know if Melvin is still cool or bad. I don't know if Melvin even has those same fancy footwork that he taught me. But thanks to him, I still do. Thank you.